Is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me good because I'm using my headphone microphone today, so just let me know in the chat if everything's all good. But we're going to get into some screen theories as always. So if you have anything you want to talk about, start dropping it in the chat. We'll get to it. Let's see who we have here. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Dead Ghost. Nice. Hope you're enjoying your evening off from work. Hey, Kane. Thanks for being here. And thank you for moderating. Okay, it looks like the audio is good. King Matthew is here. You said, my prediction for Scream 7 is that they're going to give us some Dewey and Rowan flashbacks explaining Stu's survival, and then maybe Stu being Ghostface means he kills Gail and goes after Sydney. For sure, I think Dewey and Roman have to be flashbacks. I mean, they're dead. Roman especially, I mean, he was shot in the head. Like, the fact that the franchise emphasizes, you know, the killer can always come back unless they're shot in the head. So there's just no way Roman is alive. I think it's going to be flashbacks. A lot of people think it's going to be AI, which is a possibility. I do think there's a good chance Stu's going to kill Gail. I feel like if anyone's going to kill Gail, it's going to be Stu. It should be Stu, to bring it full circle from, you know, the first movie. He should finish off what he started. Let's see here. Hey, RJ, you said, I've been playing Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite. Would Sabrina Carpenter be a good red herring in a Scream movie? I think she would. I would love to see her in a Scream movie. You know, it would be nice if she was in a Scream movie with Jenna Ortega because they're friends. So that would be fun. Hey, Thomas. I am having a great day. Thank you. I hope you are too. Hey, Tristan. Hey, CAJ. Hey, Glorious. We have Jason here in the chat. Hey, Dino. How you doing? Thank you for moderating. Alex says, you should make a video about the rumor that in Scream 7, someone is going to escape from a psychiatric hospital. I have been wondering how this event will tie into the rest of the story. I do think I kind of talked about that in a video months ago when the rumor first broke. I think I did say, like, what if it's Stu? Because, you know, a lot of people think that that's where he's been all these years. I'm not crazy about that idea about Stu being in a hospital all these years. I kind of just like the idea of him being like off on his own. You know, he faked his death. He's in hiding. So I don't know. I don't know who else it could be. I mean, a lot of people have also said, what if it's Jill? You know, there's the theory that Jill survived. What if she's in a psychiatric hospital? I don't know. Hey, Ray. Yes, happy Wednesday to everyone. We've made it halfway through the week. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. We have 38 people here right now. Thank you so much. If everyone here could give the stream a like, that definitely would help out the channel. Mickey will come back. I still have faith. I know, a lot of people think he's alive. I'm not crazy about that idea. I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like there's no need to bring Mickey back. But of course, if it did happen, like, I would be hyped to see that. Jeb says, I think Richie was the son of Stu and Sheriff Judy. I think Judy dated Stu when they were younger, got pregnant, and gave Richie up for adoption. That's quite a theory that I've never heard before. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. Which movie did you see last night? I saw Scream 4. I did not watch Scream 4 last night. I know I should have for the anniversary, which we celebrated in a live stream last night. I didn't watch a movie last night. I was watching the show You, the Netflix show. Um, Only because I wanted to watch a movie, but I only decided to watch You because the new season comes out in like less than 2 weeks, and it's the final season. And I have gotten some requests on the channel to do some content for You, but I feel like I need to rewatch it if I'm going to make a video about it. So I'm kind of rushing to like get through it before the premiere. So I think I'm holding off on movies for now because I need to finish this show. I hope Jill Roberts comes back. It's not looking good. I hope she does too. I don't know. I mean, look at everyone they're bringing back for Scream 7 already. Why not Jill at this point? Might as well. Hey, Wrestling God. You said I got a theory, perspective on Stu reasoning. He's a ghost face because he is doing it just to be unpleasant. Also, how are you? I am good, thank you. I hope you are too. Imagine Sam and Sid's daughter interacting sometime in the future. I would love that. Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, hopefully we can get Sam back one day. You know, I loved her character. So when the news broke that Melissa wasn't going to be in it, I was pretty devastated. You know, I loved her in 5 and 6. Um, you know, if Sydney wasn't going to be the main character anymore, I think Sam did a really great job kind of filling that role. So it sucks that we don't have her, but hopefully in the future. Which Ghostface do you hate besides Ethan? Um, well, I wasn't crazy about Amber at first, but she has grown on me. But I would probably go with any of the Scream 6 Ghostfaces. I feel like they're all just kind of my least favorite. Um, I'm also not that crazy about Roman. I know a lot of people love Roman, and I understand why they do, but he's just not my favorite. I don't hate him, but I don't know. He's pretty low on my ranking. Would this be a great death for a ghost face? Falls on the knife, then gets shot in the head. That would be pretty crazy if it just happens all of a sudden. Like, they slip and fall onto a knife. Did you get that email and TikTok message that I sent? I did not see it. I apologize. I am terrible about checking my email, but I'll look at it after the stream. Hey, Carl. I am doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. You said I'd like to see a Screen TV show and movie crossover in the future. I do think that Piper looks so much like Jill when she reveals herself. They do kind of look similar. I agree. I would like to see a TV show and movie crossover. I mean, we like Radio Silence sort of confirmed that they take place in the same universe. Um, you know, there was the Brandon James mask on the train in Scream 6, and like Kirby, she investigates Ghostface attacks in Atlanta. And I believe season 3 of the TV show takes place in Atlanta. So I feel like they could find a way to connect it. Ray says, speaking of Scream 4, we also forgot Jill's chocolate milk and string cheese for the Scream diet. That's funny. We did forget that. I feel like there's probably a few other scenes that we forgot to mention where a character's eating something. Hey, Ran. Imagine if Scream 7, Mickey and Stu fight each other in the final act. That would be pretty crazy. They do kind of remind me of each other. I feel like Mickey is kind of similar to Stu in a way. He kind of has that goofiness. Why did YouTube start doing ads during live streams? There's always been ads. It's not, I mean, it's just like, I think it's just in the beginning when you first tune in and periodically throughout it, but I don't think it's that often. Oh yeah, Tatum's Lollipop. I think Stu will survive Scream 7 and die in Scream 8. I'm hoping, you know, I want to get as much Stu as possible. So, if he could survive Scream 7 to carry over into Scream 8, I would love that. That would be a first for the franchise. Like, not only would bringing back a past Ghostface be something new and exciting for the franchise, but to also have him, you know, survive. Like, a Ghostface has never survived a movie to carry over into the next one, which actually Quinn was supposed to. That was in the original script for Scream 6. I did a video about this like months ago. We found out like what the original script was going to be, and Quinn was going to get arrested and go to jail. What if it's Stu who's in the mental hospital? I mean, I would love that. Piper versus Samantha Carpenter. Both are daughters of serial killers. Wait, so was Piper the daughter of like Brandon James? I honestly do not remember the show. Like, it's been so long since I watched it, and I only watched it once compared to like the movies that I've seen 100 times. I'm definitely due for a rewatch of the Scream show. Which do you think will happen first between you getting that ghost face tattoo and dyeing your hair? Probably, I don't know. So probably the ghost face tattoo because I'm really hesitant about dyeing my hair. We were talking about this in the stream yesterday in case anyone here doesn't know what we're talking about. Um, I'm really torn on if I want to dye my hair. So it's either I'm going to be sitting on that decision for a while or I'm going to impulsively like next week just decide to go get my hair done. I don't know. It could go either way, honestly. There wouldn't really be a good reason for Mickey to be alive still. I agree. I feel like it's kind of unnecessary to the story. I feel like in the original script of Scream 96, where Randy gets his hero moment and saves Sydney from Billy and Stu, while Sydney gets her moment, but Randy still dies in 2, I would rather have that. Um, what are you referring to? Like, do you mean like there's a moment in the original script where Randy like asks Sydney out to a movie, like on a date? I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but um I wish we could have seen that. You know, it kills me that Randy and Sydney did not end up together. Should have happened. He should have gotten the girl. Hey Ryan, you have been a member for 19 months. That is insane. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You said I still need to get my hands on a screen used robe from 6. That would be awesome. I definitely need to get some more merch or like stuff from the movie. I feel like my collection is severely lacking. Let's see, where was I? Um, Hold on, the chat scrolled away from me. We have Eric saying, in Scream 5 in the classic look behind you scene with Mindy Meeks, I believe Stu is the one who tries to attack her as he lifts his hands above his head with 2 hands. Then Sam comes in and hits Ghostface. I mean, I guess it's possible. You guys know I think Stu was in Scream 5. I think he killed Dewey. So yeah, maybe this was Stu. They do his classic move, like you said. What other shows or movies are you really into that you don't cover on your channel? Um, I'm really into, well, The Vampire Diaries is one of my favorite TV shows, which we have talked about a little bit in live streams, but I've never done a video about it. Um, Movies, like, one of my favorite horror movies is Jeepers Creepers. I've never done a video about Jeepers Creepers. Um, I also love House of Wax. What other shows? Well, I guess the show You, like I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about doing a video for it with the new season coming out. Um, what else? It's hard to think on the spot, but there's like so many things I'm into. I guess like True Blood, another vampire show that I'm into. Game of Thrones. I was obsessed with Game of Thrones. Um, and I've considered doing a video about it, but I feel like I don't have enough knowledge about it. There's so many people out there who are absolutely obsessed with Game of Thrones, who know so much about it, who have read the books. And I feel like if I were to do a video about it, people would be like, "Do you even know what you're talking about?" I don't know. Um, but there's so many other things that I would like to do content for, but they just don't, those videos just don't perform well. And I know it's not always about like getting a lot of views on videos, but sometimes like when they don't even crack like 500 views, it, it's it's like it does take a lot of time and energy and effort to brainstorm the video, film it, edit it. It's like hours of work. So for then to have no one really watch it, it kind of sucks. So that's why I stick to like what tends to do well. I doubt that Stu will be the one who will escape from the psychiatric hospital. What are the chances that he would be in a psychiatric hospital that is in the town that Sydney resides in? That is actually a good point. You're probably right. Do you think it was Stu that killed Randy? I kind of do. Due to the line that you'll never get the girl, and Stu was known to mock Randy about Sydney. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not opposed to this. I know Nerdbox here on YouTube is like the first channel that I heard talk about that. They have a lot of great clues as far as like Stu being in all of the sequels. Um, so yeah, I definitely think it's a possibility. Derek says I started watching Scream 4 last night and finished watching it today. Nice. Can't go wrong with Scream 4. It's my favorite sequel. thank you, Kane. I appreciate this. Mickey got shot like a billion times. Even if he survived, I can't imagine he'd even be able to move. Yeah, I mean, he did get shot a lot. But who knows? I mean, maybe he got taken to the hospital pretty quickly and they patched him up and he's healed all these decades later, but you know, I don't think I don't think he's alive. Um I've heard Jill will be in 7 but won't be announced as well as Billy. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard rumors for both of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Skeet was in the movie. I mean, he was in 5 and 6. Let's just go for 3, you know? Um I definitely want to see a Billy flashback with Stu, maybe with Roman, when Roman finds Billy. And honestly, like, if these two are in the movie, I would hope that they are not announcing it because that's bothered me kind of with all of the announcements that we've gotten. As excited as I am to hear that, like, Stu's back, Roman's back, Dewey's back, like, let's leave some surprises. I want to sit down in that theater and watch the movie and, like, lose my shit and be surprised. Like, think about how surprised we all were um, when Billy showed up in 5, you know? Let's keep some surprises. Yeah, exactly, Dead Ghost, like I was just saying. Yeah, I wanna hear that theater, like, erupt, you know? I think Sam's boyfriend is actually Stu's son. So, I am not opposed to this theory. Um, you guys know I loved Danny. He is, like, my favorite character in Scream 6, and I've talked about him a lot in the past. Um, he's kind of suspicious at times. I do think it was possible that he could have been a secret Ghostface in Scream 6. And if Sam was going to be in 7, I feel like they could have revealed it that Danny was a Ghostface. And there's this one line from him in 6 where he says, family can be rough. And Sam's complaining about Tara, and he kind of looks down suspiciously a little bit and says, family can be rough. And then Chad comes running down the stairs. And I feel like that line from him kind of gets overlooked. Who's his family? Some people think he's related to Stu. Some people think he's related to Roman. Imagine. Scream 4 was the last good Ghostface reveal. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. 6's reveal, not great in my opinion at all. Scream 5, I didn't really like it at first. It has grown on me a little bit. It cannot compare to Scream 4. So definitely agree with this. I also read somewhere about Skeet Ulrich and being rumored to be in Scream 7. I don't think he is, but I do know Skeet and Matthew are both in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So maybe Skeet is in Scream 7 in flashbacks. So is he confirmed to be in Freddy's? I heard that rumor, but I feel like it wasn't officially confirmed. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I think he's going to be in flashbacks. At least I hope so. Honestly, do you think one of the twins will bite it this movie? Which one or both? And would we see Martha? I feel like one of them has to go, you know? They both have survived pretty crazy injuries in 5 and 6, and the fact that they're both back for 7, I feel like one of them has to die. And I feel like it could go either way. It could be either one of them. I hope we see Martha again. Um, if 7 is mirroring Scream 3 the same way 5 and 6 mirrored 1 and 2, um, Martha was in 3. So let's get her back for 7, especially with the twins back. So she has a reason to show up. And she also has a connection to Sydney. Like, they know each other. They hugged each other in 3. And Martha and Sydney did not get a scene together in 5. So, yeah, I hope we see Martha. Hey, Sebastian. Roman was an okay Ghostface. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Sort of indifferent. What if the Scream TV show was a Stab TV show in the movie universe? Imagine. Grapes in the Scream diet. Yes, we did mention that yesterday in the stream yesterday. We have a super chat from DM Haynes. Thank you so much for the $10. He said during the kitchen scene in Scream 96, Stu admits to coming up with framing Neil with a murder-suicide after Billy blabs about it. He's smarter than most think. Not dead weight. Did you catch that part too? Yeah, so I've definitely talked about this on the channel like a long time ago. People always say that Billy was the leader, which maybe he was, yes, but I don't think, Stu orchestrated some of this. Like you said, it was his idea. He literally says, I thought of that. It was the final act was held at his house. So I think he had like a lot of say in what went on. I don't think it was just Billy coming up with everything. I definitely think Stu played a big role. They kind of focus on Billy because he was Sydney's boyfriend. So I guess in that sense, he played a bigger role. But I definitely think Stu and Billy were kind of equals in a way, Um, yeah, I do think I did a video focusing on that. It honestly might have been on my second channel. I have a second YouTube channel in case anyone wasn't aware. I'm not very active over there anymore. It should be linked down below in the description if anyone wants to check it out. Um, yeah, I definitely think Stu has potential to be this mastermind. A lot of people say, like, for him to come back 30 years later and be some kind of mastermind, they don't think he has what it takes, but I do. Um, another thing about him is so after they killed Maureen, they waited a year until they did the Woodsboro murders. So, like, Stu also had the patience to wait a whole year and keep his mouth shut. He wasn't just some goofy, silly guy. Like, sure, he did have some goofiness to him, but like you said, he is smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. At least that's how I interpreted it. But thank you so much, DM Haynes, for your super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Are you excited for the new Friday the 13th series? I heard they hired an actress to play Pamela Voorhees. Yes. So I am pretty excited for it. Linda Cardinelli or Cardellini is her last name. Yeah, she plays Velma in the Scooby-Doo live action. That actually got me super excited for the TV show. I can't wait until we get some more info about it. I feel like it's very early on in, like, development, so yeah, I am pretty excited for it. I actually do have a theory around Stu and Mickey, being alive together, and they're wandering off at 7. He only got shot in his chest a few times, and he could be alive because his mask was missing in 6, so there could be a chance that Mickey is working with Stu. Was his mask missing in 6? I feel like I've heard a few people mention that before, and I can't remember, like, was it found at the therapist's house? I honestly can't remember. It's been quite some time since I've rewatched 6. But yeah, I know a lot of people are fans of this Mickey being alive theory. Like I've said, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm open to it, I guess. I really think Matthew Lillard should have been brought back in Scream 5 with Sam dealing with being Billy's daughter. Imagine her being the niece of Stu Macher since Stu and Billy were friends. Yeah, I mean, I it would have been nice for him to come back in 5 since it was the first movie back after like a decade, and the fact that it took place at his house. It would have kind of been perfect if he came back, but I feel like they were always planning to build up to a grand finale with the 7th movie. What do you think about one of Sydney's kids being a ghost face? What do you think the motive would be? I don't like the idea of one of her kids being Ghostface. I hope it does not happen. I think it would just be a little crazy. Poor Sydney for her to go through this. I mean, it would be a great betrayal, but I just don't want to see it. As far as motive, I don't know, like maybe they think um she kind of ruined their lives, like having to deal with being the daughter of Sydney Prescott their whole life. I don't know. I feel like Cotton Weary is the most underrated character in the Scream franchise. I'm kind of sad he got killed in 3. No backstory about how he met Maureen and how he got set up. Yeah, so I know a lot of people like Cotton. And again, he's just not one of my favorite characters. He's very like low on my general ranking for characters. But yeah, I guess it would have been nice to get a little more backstory, like how he met Maureen, um, how they set him up. I've said before, um, whatchamacallit? I would love to get a prequel TV show to have like a limited series, get 1 episode per Ghostface or Ghostface duo, and find out what happened leading up to them becoming Ghostface. So what if like with Billy and Stu, we see them a year before the Woodsboro attacks and see them kill Maureen, set up Cotton. That would be cool. Who would win in a fight, Pennywise or Art the Clown? Hmm, that's kind of tough. Both are sort of supernatural. Um, I'm gonna say Pennywise. I don't really know. Piper was Brandon James and Emma's mom's child. Oh my god. I totally forgot that. You only watched Scream season 1? Yeah, season 2 was good. I remember 2 was good. 3 I feel like wasn't as bad as a lot of people say it was. But I need to, rewatch it. Who's the most evil ghost face? I've said before, I think maybe Jill, because she was okay with her mom getting killed. Like, that's pretty evil. I mean, and her cousin, Sydney. Like, kill to kill two of your family members, especially your own mother, that's pretty evil. I want Cotton to return. I don't know. Maybe in a flashback. Have you seen both versions of When a Stranger Calls? Personally, I like the remake better than the original. I've only seen the remake. I don't think I've ever seen the original. I like the remake. I remember watching it when I was young, like when it first came out, and then I rewatched it like maybe 2 years ago. Hey, Paul. What if at the end of Scream 7, Stu's cult uses dark magic to bring all the dead ghost faces back to life? Imagine. Are you gonna watch The Last of Us season 2? I have not seen season 1, so I don't know. I know a lot of people like it, but maybe one day. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Jesse. Did you ever watch Vikings? I have not. Similar to Game of Thrones, though. Have you seen House of the Dragon? I have, yes. I love it. They are currently filming season 3. Wait, I think I heard, is season 3 the final season? Or is 4 the final season? I know they said that they have like a definitive end. It's either 3 or 4. I want them to retcon Dewey's death and bring him back in 7. I know a lot of people want that. I feel like that's not gonna happen. Hey, Nike Mark. House of Wax is a classic. It's so good. Are you a fan of the Twilight series? I am. I am a huge fan of the Twilight series. When the movie first came out, I think I was like 12 years old, so I was obsessed. I read all of the books multiple times. I've seen all the movies maybe almost as much as Scream. I still to this day rewatch Twilight on a rainy day. Like that is my rainy day movie. Um yeah, I'm obsessed. Lord of the Rings, I have seen it, but I'm not really into it. I watched it once when I was in high school and I was homesick from school for like a few days in a row and I just watched it. And I remember enjoying it, but like I'm not obsessed. I haven't rewatched it since then. Hey Ghostface. I have a theory of who could be the mental health patient in 7. Um Ethan. God, I hope not. I never want to see Ethan ever again. What do you think of the idea of Sydney's daughter receiving a phone call from Ghostface while she is babysitting some kids, only to learn that Ghostface is inside the house? I would love that actually. Um, it's not really um something that has happened before in the franchise, and I feel like it's such a popular thing in horror movies in general. It's very much like the Halloween franchise. I love that whole trope with the babysitter with a killer in the house. So yeah, I would love that. Creeper versus Art the Clown? Gotta go Creeper. I mean, he has eaten so many body parts that he will just constantly regenerate. Is this official? Like, has it been officially announced that Skeet's in Five Nights at Freddy's? Deadline announced Sistapam's making her film debut in Scream 7. Yeah, right. Yeah, Danny was very suspicious at times. I would have loved for him to be a ghost face. I'm so bummed that he's not in 7. And I feel so bad for Josh Segura or Segura, if that's, I don't know, Segura, I think is his last name. Um, right after 7 came out, or not long after, I mean, not long after 6 came out, he was doing an interview. And this was before Melissa was fired. And he was so confident that he was going to return in 7. He was like, your boy will be back in 7. And like, has anyone checked on him? Because clearly Sam's not in it. I doubt he's going to be in it. Um, Such a bummer. Me and you should be in Scream 7 or 8 as comedic relief podcasters. I would love that. So, yeah, like you guys always tell me like, "Oh, you should audition for Scream 8." But I'm not an actress. Like I don't think I could do it. But if it was something like Dead Meat did in Scream 5 where I kind of just like do what I do on here and like film a little video, I think I could do that and I would love to do that. Yeah, I feel like it would be so fun if like in Scream 7, I mean, it's too late at this point, like the movie's filmed, but imagine if they had like Stu believers, YouTubers who are Stu believers be in the movie and like someone like Mindy who is into the theory, have her be watching YouTube on her laptop and come across YouTubers like me and Craven and everyone else talking about Stu being alive. That would be insane. I would love that. I heard when when the cast got announced for Scream 7, they said Amber was supposed to come back, but I don't know how she would come back if she got burned and shot. I feel like it would just be a flashback. Same thing with like Richie. You know, Jack Quaid said I did a video on this like a month ago. Jack Quaid was asked if we can expect to see him in Scream 7, and he was like, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. So like if Richie was in the movie, it would have to be a flashback. He was shot in the head. But I think it would be a flashback to find out that him and Amber were in Stu's cult. You guys know, I think they were working for Stu. So let's get some flashbacks. How do you think Amber found out Sam's secret? Well, I don't know. She says, Amber says it's a small town and your mom's a drunk. So I guess that's how, but I don't know. Maybe Stu told her. Like maybe Stu had some kind of knowledge that Billy knocked up Christina because she was pregnant during the events of the first movie. Um, but also, you guys know I have a theory that like after Billy died, Christina sought out Stu. So maybe, you know, Christina and Stu dated back in the day and she let him know that Sam is really Billy's daughter and Stu told Amber. I'd rather have Mindy go than Chad. Yeah, I think me too. Chucky versus Sam from Trick or Treat in a Hell in a Cell match. Who's winning? Um, that's funny. I like how you pair them up because they're pretty much like the same height. um, hmm. I don't know. Maybe Chucky. Hey, Chris. Did I ever tell you that Matthew Lillard and I share a birthday? I am exactly 18 years younger. Nice. What a great person to share a birthday with. Yeah, Stu definitely is smarter than people give him credit for. I honestly think Stu made more of the actual plan. He was the one that actually took pleasure in murder. Billy was just in it for revenge. Jill even said Stu was the idea man. Yes, that is a good point. I did also talk about that in a video. Yeah, Jill literally says Stu was the idea man. We have another super chat from DM Haynes. Thank you so much. You said, imagine today's Rose McGowan in Scream 7 playing the role of Sid's hateful neighbor. Could be creative fan service. She does have a new look. That would be crazy. I would love to get her back in a Scream movie. I don't know if she would do it. Like, is she even acting anymore? I know she does these conventions and stuff, but I feel like she quit acting. But she does have this idea for Tatum to have a twin sister, which I've talked about on the channel before, because Tatum does have two beds in her bedroom in the first movie. But yeah, that would be fun. That's something that this franchise has never done before. Um, with an actor playing a new role in another movie. I mean, other franchises do it all the time, like the Chucky franchise. Um, Devon Sawa has played like four different characters in Chucky. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. Thank you so much for your second super chat and for supporting the channel. Scream 7 is looking like an amazing movie so far with the details we have. Yeah, I have high hopes. What if Ghostface attacks one of the characters from Friends? That would be fun. I kind of think Stu was part of the Ghostface attack in 5 because Sam gets a call in the car with Dewey, and the killer says, I'll make sure to hit the vital organs I missed last time. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Stu was in 5 for sure. Obviously, Billy was the catalyst and the decision maker, but I think Stu was the actual creative thinker. I also think it was Stu that killed Casey all by himself because no way Billy could do all that himself and get to Sydney's house. Plus, Stu hints at how to gut people exactly how Casey died. Yeah, I could see him being the one um, who killed Casey. I highly expect Sydney's daughter will be Jill 2.0. Oh no. That would really suck for Sydney. Season 2 was just as amazing as the first. 3 sucked. Yeah. Season 3 was not that bad. Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I do remember the twist at the end, and I feel like it was a pretty good twist. But I need to rewatch it. Hey, Martha. House of the Dragon is so good. The book is available on Spotify. Yeah, I've never read any of the Game of Thrones books. Maybe one day. I have recently gone back into reading. I used to be such a big reader and then I just quit. And I haven't really read in years, but I'm currently in the middle of the first Harry Potter book and the new Game of Thrones book. Were you team Jacob or Edward? I was Edward, but I've only seen the first. I was team Edward all the way. Now when I rewatch the movies, I'm kind of like Jacob is probably the better choice for her realistically, but in my heart I am always going to be team Edward. Where the hell you been, Loca? So many good quotes. Hey Gordon, thank you for being a channel member. You said Stu will be the open talk in the movie for the person that escaped from the hospital, and it will be Sid to see it on TV, and that's how we'll get everything going for the beginning. Interesting. So like Stu's gonna be talking to the person who escaped. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Who knows how many weeks we have until the movie comes out? Ray, I know you were doing like a countdown. Yes, I hate the character Ethan. I do not hate Jack Champion. He is just fine. Um, there's someone on Twitter who like some crazy person who keeps sending me death threats, who is claiming that I hate Jack Champion and that I'm like telling him to off himself, which is totally not true. Like I've literally never said anything about Jack Champion. Um, so yeah, this person keeps sending me death threats, and I keep reporting their account, and I've gotten them suspended twice. The first time I got them suspended, Twitter was like, told me that they can't make another account, but then they did make another account, and I got them suspended again, and I haven't seen any other death threats, thankfully. Let's see. We're gonna go for just a few more minutes here. I apologize, I won't be able to get to everyone. But if you do have a pressing question or comment that you want to guarantee I see it, you can always send in a super chat. Um, Team Sam, Chucky could def win though. Yeah, I think I do like Sam more than Chucky. I want Dove Cameron as Leslie Macher. I think she's way too young. Hey JP, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Hey Denisha. Yes, I have met Jamie Kennedy. Who else from any of the movies would you love to meet? I mean, all of them, realistically, but Matthew Lillard for sure, and Skeet Ulrich. Matthew Lillard is like number one. I've never I've never gone to a horror convention. The only convention I've ever been to is a Vampire Diaries one, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, I think at this point. Yeah. And everyone was really nice. So, um, did Gail tell everyone that Sam is Billy's daughter in her book in 6? I don't know. I would imagine she did. We didn't really get that many details about what was said in her book, really. I don't know what all this talk about Walter White is in the chat. 50 weeks left until Scream 7. Wait, is that right? Isn't it less than that? Because there's 52 weeks in a year, right? And yeah, so I feel like it's 40 something. I could be wrong though. I'm terrible at math. I feel like they butchered Gail's character in 6. She totally went backwards. So I actually I know what you mean. But I do prefer um Scream 6 Gale over Scream 5. So in Scream 5, I feel like Gale does not feel like herself at all. I feel like she is so not like herself. She's too kind. I like when she's more sassy and like a little mean. Like that one scene when she meets Sam in Scream 5, I don't like it. Um, you know, when Sam is talking about how her sister was attacked or whatever, and Gail is like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." That's just so not like Gail. I don't know. In Scream 6, she definitely felt more like herself. She had that like sassiness back. I wonder if Billy or Stu knew that Christina Carpenter was pregnant. Yeah, good question. I saw on Beyond the Mask channel, he said the original script for Scream 7 was that Tara was going to die and Sam was going to turn into a killer. I don't know if it's true, but I could see that happening, honestly. 44 weeks, let's go. Um, yeah, it's gonna be here before we know it. I'm telling you guys, I mean, we're already halfway through April. Like, summer is going to fly by, as it always does. And then we're in the fall. And fall is just fun in general. So, holiday season goes by quick, and then we're there. It's time for Scream 7. 317 days. Nice. Yeah, I hope we see Sam and Tara again in the future and their mom. You guys know how I feel about the whole Christina thing. I want to see her. I think there's more to her. I think she could be working with Stu. So maybe we'll see her in 7, even though I do think the chances have gone down since the sisters won't be in it, but who knows? Um, I want Robbie Mercer to return and for him to have a husband. Yeah, so I definitely think Robbie in Scream 4 was gay. I've asked you guys on the channel before, like, do we think he actually was? Or was he lying to have Ghostface not kill him? I think he was gay because there's there's subtle scenes in like the beginning of the movie where he's talking to this boy in school in multiple different scenes, and anytime another character shows up, the other boy like walks away as if like they're keeping it a secret. They don't want other people to know that they're in a relationship. But I think Robbie was gay. Yeah, the guy who plays Robbie Mercer was in Saw 2. Yeah, I also forgot um until I rewatched it pretty recently. I keep seeing that Scream is getting released early. Is that just a rumor? It is just a rumor for now. I keep seeing it also. Um, I feel like if they move the date, whether it's, they move it up or move it back, I feel like it's not going to be by much. Like it's only going to be like a week, hopefully. But we'll see, I guess. Um, yeah, Roman's going to be flashbacks, I believe, or the AI thing everyone's saying, or like a dream of Sydney's, something like that, where he's not actually alive. I mean, he was shot in the head. So, um, all right, I think we are going to call it a day. Oh, Mickey's mask is found in the apartment where Quinn dies. Yeah, I don't remember. Um, but I've heard a lot of people say it wasn't found, but it's been so long since I rewatched it. Hey, Fear the Phantom, most underrated and underappreciated character in the Scream franchise. Honestly, I think Charlie. Like a lot of people hate Charlie. I love him. I think he's a great character before the reveal and after the reveal. Hey, Slackwolf, thank you for stopping by, but unfortunately, we are going to end the stream here. We've been streaming for an hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I do think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. At least I'm planning to, but we will see. Yeah, Charlie's good. Bye, Alex. Hey, AJ. Hopefully you can catch the next stream. All right. I will catch you guys next time.